Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land, math fans, math victims, math haters, math lovers. We welcome all of you. Coming to you from my home recording studio where it's nice and quiet and carpeted and somewhat soundproofed, where we have lots of guitar picks, lots of drumsticks, and lots of room to make a little video for you about multi-step discounts and markups. I'm going to use a small d for discount and a big M for markups. Let's make, in what they call in science, a Punnett square and show you all the different combinations we can have here. As today we will talk about all four of these combinations, which is we can have a discount, then a discount. We can have a discount followed by a markup. We could have a markup followed by a discount. And then we can have a markup and another markup. If you're feeling greedy out there and you own a business, go ahead and see how that works for you. Okay? So let's start with the first one, which is a two-stage discount. Discount and a discount. Okay, let's start with a number like 60. Let's define some things here as we do this first one. 60 we call the original. It doesn't have to be a price, it's just a number. It can represent anything in the real world. And if I want to take 20% off, I can say what is 20% of 60? And the answer is $12 or 12. I keep saying money. And then I discount that. And I end up with the new number, which in this case is 48. Now we're going to call this original number 2. So then the second stage of the discount, I'm going to take another 25% off. I figure out what is 25% of 48, and the answer is 12. I take that off of 48, and I get the final new number, which is 36. 48 minus 12 is 36. So I took the first discount from the original, from the 60, which gave us a new original, if you want to think of it that way, because the second discount is based on the second original. So I took 25% off of 48. Did you notice that the amount of discount was the same both times? We took a smaller discount from a bigger number and got 12, and we took a bigger discount from a smaller number and got the same amount of discount. So in this case, I ended up at 36. If you were given a problem that said pair of shoes on sale for 20% off and then they didn't sell, so they're on sale for 25% off more, remember to take the 25% or the second discount off of the second original. Let's do another example. This will be this one. Let me color code these. The red one was 2 discounts in a row. The green one here is going to be a discount followed by a markup. And let's use a different number. Let's start with an 80. Let's do a 10% discount followed by a 10% markup. As you could imagine, the most common mistake students make is they think, oh, those are the same, so I'm going to end up right back at $80. So that might be a guess you might have. And I keep saying dollars. I'm sorry, but it's hard not to think about money, right? Especially when we're talking about discounts and markups. Kind of makes sense. Let's figure this out. So if it's 10% off, oh, you might remember this. We've done this before. Then it's 90% on, right? Still going to have 90% of, remember multiply means of, still going to have 90% of 80. That gives us 72. So that, after the discount, becomes the second original. Just like we had, right? If we have a two-stage problem, first we get an answer to the first stage, but then we use that answer to work and get the second amount. So let's mark up the 72, which means we're going to add 10% to the 72, which is easy enough. We just move the decimal place over. So we're going to take the 72 and we're going to add $7.20 or 7.2 if you want to think of it that way. And do we get back to 80? The answer is no, we do not. 79.20. Hopefully that stops you from ever making that erroneous assumption that if you have a discount and then the same markup, you get back to the same number. It does not work that way. And this is evidence of that. And the reason is, if you're doing the same amount of markup as discount, we're marking up from a smaller original number. So I took 10% off from 80, but then we took 10% of the smaller number, 72, and added it back, which is not $8. So there we go with that one. Okay, so we've done two discounts, a discount and a markup. Let's do something else. Let's do a markup followed by a discount. This happens a lot. As a former business owner, I can tell you, you get something new and flashy in, you mark it up from your wholesale price, and then sometime later you mark it down because you want to get rid of them and get the newest, flashiest thing in. So let's just take a simple number like 50. So let's say I pay $50 wholesale for something, and I mark it up to a selling price of 50%. Let's call that the markup, capital M. And then let's say a while later I have a sale and I take 20% off. That's the little d, the discount. Okay, let's do our two-stage thing here. If I'm going to mark it up, that means what is 50% of 50? 25 is 50% of 50. So I'm going to mark it up by the 25, which gives me my second original. And now the discount will not be applied to the 50. The discount will be applied to the new original. Okay? So once again, we go, if it's 20% off, how much is still being paid or sold for? And the answer is 80%, because cent means 100 and these two numbers need to add up to 100. So I'm going to ask, what is 80% of 75? Oh no, where is my calculator? I might have to do this the hard way. Okay, 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 5 is 40. Oh, that's easy. 15. Did you think of this? Sometimes you're left without a calculator, like you're out camping or something, and you want to do some math, right? That always happens to you. I noticed that 75 can be split into 5 equal pieces of 15. So there's 20, 40, from a percent standpoint, 20, 40, 60, 80. So it's $60. So if I started with 50, do some highlighting here, it's getting messy. Started with 50, marked it up by 50%, got to 75, which is the new original, took a 20% discount, which means $15 off. We're shaving money off the price, in this case of 75. We're still paying 80%, so that worked out to be $60. And that is a markup, then a discount. So the price is going to increase first. We'll get our second original, and then we'll take a discount from that second original. And finally, I think I have room here. We've done red, green, purple. Let's go ahead and do, thought I had, there's one. Plain old black one, which when mixed in with all these other colors becomes pretty interesting and kind of bold. Okay, this time we want to do a markup and another markup. So let's do an example. Let's start with a number of 25, and then let's mark it up 20% and mark it up another 20%. So, did you know that when you mark things up, you're actually multiplying? 20% markup is the same as multiplying by the whole original thing and 20%. So we can actually multiply 25. So 1.2 means we get the original 25, and the decimal means we add 20% of the original 25, which is 5, and we should end up with 30. Let's test that out for real. So 120% of 25. Got the 25, and we got 5 more, which makes 30. That's our new original. Then we take 20% of, this is a two-stage problem, so we always apply the second markup or discount to the second number. So we're going to take the second number and multiply by itself and another 20%, which is 6. And we end up at 36. If we take 25 and mark it up 20%, we get to 30. If we take another 20% and add it on to 30, we end up at 36. So there's our fourth and final example of two-stage problems. Lots of combinations here, but the thinking is the same. Remember, you apply the first discount or markup to the original number, which gets you to the second stage. Then you apply the second discount or markup to the second stage number, which we've done throughout this video, and hope that helps. I will make another video with some sample practice problems, but for now that was a lesson in this particular skill and way of thinking. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.